Babe. Baby. Huh. My house coat. Oh, that is nice right there. Oh. Hey, can I have some water? Wherever. Warm milk. I love it. And a blinky for my legs. Oh, she's a great woman. I wonder what she's studying. Huh. Judges. And jail went out to meet Sisera. Turn in, my lord, turn in, fear me not. She covered him with a mantle. And he said, give me, I pray thee, a little water to drink, because he's thirsty. She opened a bottle of milk and covered him. Okay. Coincidence. Said, stand in the door of the tent. Is there anyone here? Thou shalt say no. I respect it. Then Jael, Heber's wife, took a nail of the tent and a hammer in her hand and went softly unto him and smote the nail into his temples and fastened it into the ground, for he was fast asleep and weary. Babe? Babe, what are we doing here? Good morning and welcome back to another one of Ray's ridiculously random rambling ruminations. Again, I'm Ray. So the short that I just did before, one is for fun, but two, it's to get us a segue into where I'm going today. No, I'm not saying men, be prepared for your significant others planning to murder you. That's not what I'm trying to say. Although, there are a few out there, you know who I'm talking to, you know who you are. You may want to change up some things because it might be a possibility. Anywho, so, Judges chapter 4. Obviously the new year, we're day 5, I think, in, so hopefully you've hit 5 for 5. It's the greatest year ever in your life. And this morning, if you've had coffee, you're on your way. So either way, Judges chapter 4. Who am I? Who am I? Why should God use me? Why should, what possible worth do I have? And, there are so many other people that God could choose. Why me? So, Judges chapter 4 I like because, first of all, you have Deborah, who is a woman, obviously. Well, maybe that's not obvious, but she's a woman. Her name, Deborah. Married. But she's both a judge and a prophet of Israel. Yes, that is accurate. You heard me. A woman who is both the judge and prophet of Israel. God spoke to her. God sent war plans to her to give to the general that she was supposed to go talk to. But the point of the matter is this, I don't care if you're a woman. I don't care if you're a child. I don't care if you're an old man. Don't look at me. Don't judge me. I can shave this off and be younger and prettier. That's what I tell myself in the morning. Don't tell me any different. But the fact is, it doesn't matter who you are. Like The Rock would say, it doesn't matter. It doesn't. You could be a man, a woman, a child, an old fart. I'm not looking in the mirror. But it doesn't matter. God can and will use you if you're willing and able. If God can use a man, he can use a woman. If God can use donkey and you can have the rocks cry out because you're not going to, then it doesn't matter who. If you're willing and able vessel, God will use you. It doesn't matter your pedigree. It doesn't matter your finances. It doesn't matter what kind of car you drive. It doesn't matter if you wear suits or not. Because I don't. But the point is, God wants to use who is willing and wants to be used. It doesn't matter all these trivial earthly things. All that matters is the heart. So we go from there to the second part that I enjoy, as Barak, Brock, whatever you want to call him. Deborah was to go to him, go, okay, this is the plan from God. You're the one supposed to lead it. Go do it. And he's like, I don't know about that. I think you should go with me because I don't want to do. I don't want to do it by myself. And she's like, well, if I do, you're not going to get the glory. people aren't going to remember your name. It's going to be somebody else's. He's like, I'm okay with that. So, short story, they go, the army's routed, the big bad guy's sister escapes, and he's the one who got nailed, literally, to the floor by a tent peg and a hammer and a woman who offered him warm milk. So either way, the moral of this story isn't anything about Sisser. It's about Barak or Brock, or how are you going to pronounce his name? The fact is, he was willing, but he wasn't willing to go all the way. He wanted supervision. He wanted somebody else there so they could take the blame. It doesn't matter. The fact is, God wanted him. It was his duty, his destiny, his path to take, and he was too scared to do it. He was too scared to do it alone. He didn't want to, be responsible for everything. So he's like, I'll do it, but if you go with me. So my shout out today is God will use anybody. Look at this. I mean, I know, devilishly handsome. It's a Tuesday or Wednesday. Don't lie to me. But anyway, God will use anybody or anything. He's not picky. He wants to choose you. And to segue to the second part of this, he wants to choose you. He has gifts. He has talents. He has things he has given you to do and to use. And you know what they are. Some of them you don't. I understand that. Because guess what? It's always changing. God gives you more and touches you in different areas. But the fact of the matter is you know what some of your talents are. I know what some of my talents are. And if I'm not operating the talents, I'm robbing God. And more importantly, not more importantly, but for myself, I'm robbing myself of the blessings from operating in the talents and the gifts God's given me. So Barak or Brock robbed himself of the blessings because he was not willing to step out as God commanded, as God gave the commandment to the prophetess judge Deborah to give to him. He was not willing to have faith and believe and step out and stand on that word. Are you willing to? Am I willing to? Are we willing to operate in the gifts God has given us, or are we going to keep making excuses? This is a new year, guys. Time to mix things up. Time to say, are we going to be in or out of the boat? And that's interesting. In the boat isn't necessarily a good thing in this analogy, because you're going to be like Peter and get out of the boat. But most of the time, you're going to stay in the boat, because if you get out of the boat, you drown. So in the mortal world, if you get out of the boat, you drown. But in the spiritual world, if you get out of the boat, you'll walk on water, and you're not going to be taken out by the waves and the storm that's threatening the boat. So, get out the boat. You know what to do. You know what you're supposed to do. I know what I'm supposed to do. This isn't just for y'all. It's partially for me. Time to step up, step out, and start operating in the gifts God's given us so we can be, a blessing to other people, but also so we can open ourselves up to blessings ourselves. So, that's it for the day. Don't kick dogs. Don't be mean to women, especially with hammers. And, have a good one. And I will catch you on the flip side. Peace.